President of Egypt. He'll be here for 7 p.m.
Wow, that's amazing.
That was great.
Okay, so we're going to start with a little exercise. We're going to take 2 minutes exactly. I need you to take out your phones and Google yourself. Quick. Who did that before? Oh, good. We have a good amount of people that did that before. Okay, Google yourself. I need you to check what's the first thing that you find. You can find yourself. Check your images very quickly, just in a couple of minutes. On the internet. Okay, why is that important? Because over time, when you start doing something, when you start your business, when you start promoting yourself, you need to be present in everything that is found on your Google search needs to be very relevant to what you're actually doing right now. And this is why it's very important that over time you have your content distributed on very different platforms that are already relevant to you. So, for example, if you're an entrepreneur, you should use something that is closer to entrepreneurship, like LinkedIn, for example, so your content should be there constantly. You can use YouTube if you have your own podcast, for example. You can write blogs, but it needs to always be relevant to what you do. I work with a lot of content creators, artists, so Facebook, Instagram are the main platforms that they use, and this is how you can relate to them. The website is usually very important to actually shift to your accounts and wrap up everything that you've got. Okay, so next slide, please. What is personal brand? This is a bit of a complex definition. It's the conscious decision to make known attributes of a person's identity in the form of a clearly defined branding proposition, underpinning efforts to communicate in order to differentiate the person from other creators of similar products or providers of similar services, enhancing stakeholder groups and networks' perception of their person's ability to fulfill the expectations the branding proposition raises. So if you can wrap up this in a nutshell, can you go to the next slide, please? It's basically divided into two things. Something that is very personal that you need to work on yourself, which is your identity, your skill set, and your style. And with style, I don't mean that you need to be updated with the latest fashion and whatnot. You actually need to have the sticky factor, something that works for you, something that expresses the true identity of who you are outwards. Okay? The second section is your communication, your network, and eventually leads to your work reputation. Okay? Let's take this. I can't go into the details too much, so if you have any questions by the end, please come and ask me. Next slide, please. Okay, so where do we start? The first thing we do, this is why we did the first exercise. The first thing you do is you need to answer those three questions at the center. Where are you now? So you Google yourself, you check your position, and you do two very fun exercises. One of them is called a personal focus group. I think you guys know what focus groups are, but this one is a personal focus group. So you actually invite people from your life who know you on a professional level, on a personal level, on a friendly level, and you bring in 4 to 5 people, sit them around in a focus group, and actually start asking them questions about yourself. You have 4 main questions. I'm going to refer to the questions for myself. So the first question is, you can see me do, or you can see Nadine do, okay? Second question is, the world would be a better place if Nadine did. Third question is, I can help Nadine do. And you give the space to the people in that focus group to actually discuss those questions about you, and you're only there to take notes and ask for clarification. You can't really say no to what they say or go against it. You need to see yourself from different angles and how people perceive you, because you're going to be very surprised to know what are the blind spots that you have about yourself. Okay? The other exercises, and those you can do them in parallel. Can we go please to the next slide? The other exercise is a very basic exercise. Comes the part where you want to answer, how do you want to be known? So, what's going to be your title? What are you good at? What are the causes that you stand for? And in that angle, you start doing something that is called your narrative. That is basically your brand story. Okay? Have you looked before over brand stories like Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts? Did you check how they communicate their own story? Each big brand has a story behind them. Okay, so same for you, for people to identify with you and know what's the superpower that you've got. Basically, you need to know how to tell your story, and for that, actually, I recommend things like what Alexandra provides. Take a creative writing workshop. Learn how to actually express what is that you're good at. Okay, and then there are 2 other things that you should work on. Your networking matrix, which is basically dividing the people that you know in your life into different sections of a network. Who are the people that are in your personal life? Don't blend that with the people that are in your professional life. Or you can have some people that work on both sides, but one very important thing, friends are friends, keep them as friends. Acquaintances are the opportunity openers, actually. what your network is made of, and where do you need to add to your network. So you'll be able to know, maybe the next event that I'm going to go to is going to be like the World Youth Forum, because I need to meet people from all around the world, but because that is going to be good for my business, or that's going to be good for my brand, because I need to acquire knowledge from different cultures. That's an example.
Can we go?
Yes, just 1 minute. Ask me who I am. I'm the mother, the daughter, the sister, a queen of my era, with a history that is witnessed by all. I am where the worlds collide. I've grown immersed in history and culture. I raise my voice, not so I can shout, but so that those without a voice can be heard. I am a pioneer. I've worked tenaciously to reach the sky. I've harnessed my power, making my tunes reach the whole world. No one will deny me. No one will defy me. And no one will tell me who and what I am except me. Retreat, defeat, those are not in my words. I understand victory and never surrendering. I am a champion. I've reached the pinnacle of success, so that when I look at my reflection in the great river Nile, I see persistence. I see pride, a true reflection of who I am. I am hope. I am unique. Within me is the power to create, nurture, and transform. You've witnessed my heritage throughout the ages. If you wander in the mother of nations, you'll always find me every step of the way. We are the women of Egypt.
data to support that the brand is superior than us or something like that. So in reality, yeah, there's another story as well. But for the access of purpose, we're doing it really well.
Yeah, right.
Comfort? Really? No. No, are you sure? BMW is much more comfortable. Yeah, but I mean, as a user experience, you have been in a train in a I have drove both BMW.
Wait, then -1. Maybe minus one.
Keep checking something.
I've never even seen cigarette.
No. It's a phrase. It's a phrase.
I think for the exercise purpose, it's totally fine because in reality, we probably need to find some data to map out the most objective pictures, but now we just tell you how we're feeling about
So,
what the
guys,
would be like. So,
guys,
yeah, it's totally
Let's say something here. We have around 4 tables where the
ancient Egypt, and this is the description of each of them, each instrument of them, and this is the sound of each instrument. You might play and I'll take a video for you. And I can hold it for you and take a video and you play.
Yeah.
السادة الحضور، برجاء الالتزام بالمقاعد، سيبدأ الحفل الافتتاحي الآن. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain seated. The opening ceremony will begin now. Seven pillars, the face of Egypt.